A few weeks ago, I mentioned to you that I had an issue with my windows. There was water coming through during the rain, and I asked someone to come check them out to let me know how I could fix them. And when the gentleman came by to look at them, he mentioned to me that each of those windows that I had something called weep holes. And he saw that my weep holes had been covered on the outside. You see, these weep holes are designed on the exterior of your windows, and they're little holes at the bottom of those windows on the exterior to allow the water to exit when there's wind-driven rain hitting the glass and going behind into the inside track. But because those weep holes were blocked, instead of the water going out of the house through the weep holes, they were staying in the inside track and coming into the house. I just needed to uncover those weep holes in order to fix the issue. My friends, you may be going through things in your life, experiences that you may have had. There have been difficulties and trials. There's been grief and heartache in your life, and you have just been holding it in. You've been trying to deal with it on your own. And you haven't realized that there are weep holes that the Lord has designed for us to take advantage of. Because when those weep holes are covered and we do not use them as they are intended to, they will cause damage to our souls. One of those weep holes that the Lord has provided to us is prayer. Philippians chapter 4 verse 6 says to us, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God." My friends, may we find ourselves on our knees weeping, letting it all out, letting the Lord know our anger, our rage, our disappointment, our difficulties, our grief, our sorrow. Let them be made known to God. And when we do, it allows us to get those things off of ourselves and put them at the foot of the cross. But one of the things I also want to mention to you is there's another weep hole that the Lord has provided. You see, each window that I have in my house has two weep holes, not just one. It's one on each side. And both of them should be uncovered. I think one of the other weep holes the Lord has provided to us is one another. A young lady had come to my wife and I, and she visited with us at our house because we called her over as she's going through a difficulty in her relationship. And she came by and told us her story, and she was crying a lot of the time. But after we had finished and she left, she texted my wife to let my wife know, "You may not have realized it, but speaking with you both today has really lifted a weight off of my shoulders. I feel so much better now." You see, she just had to be able to express what was on her heart and let someone listen to her, to let her know she has a shoulder to cry upon and she's not alone. A physical, tangible presence, so to speak. And I think the Lord wants us to take advantage of the abilities we have to be able to trust in someone and to let our sorrows be made known to them as well. Instead of keeping it all in, I hope that you will allow yourself to open up those weep holes and let it all out. You will find strength for your soul if you do so. And you will find a freedom and a weight lifted off of your shoulders. May God bless you as you make use of the weep holes the Lord has provided.